cold. In true Sweden style, the spring is not to be trusted in Sweden. It can go from, what did we have, 23 degrees on Saturday, and now it's 6. So it's cold. So the fleeces are on and off, and the shorts are out and then back in, and you never know. But today it's a bit chilly. We've just shown up at the boat yard, actually. Malin's parents are putting their boat in the water today, so we thought we'd come and get in the way. So the kids have just wandered off with Malin's mum to look at the big crane that's lifting all the boats in the water. So that's the plan for today. Is it fun? What's going on, kids? What are we doing?
Boat.
The big crane's going to put more and more Far's boat in the water, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you're going to go on it, are you? When they sail it around?
Yeah.
They're going to sail it around. I don't know, an hour or so.
Just an hour. I think. I don't think it's going to be much sailing, to be honest.
Not sailing, is it? You don't say sailing, do you? When you use the motors, or do you? I don't know. You don't drive it, do you?
I don't know boat.
Boat terminology. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Whatever you do with a boat when you sail it without using the sails.
That's what we're doing.
That's what you're doing. Is it more Far next?
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah, exciting.
Middle of a lunch break.
No, rude, innit?
Yeah. They were like, you go and have lunch. It's going to be ages and ages. Took the food out. Like, we're going now. It's always the same. I don't understand. It's a good thing with being in a van. You don't go home
No.
to have lunch. Well, you do.
Yeah, you do.
But
We go home, but home is there.
good life.
It is. They didn't have the boat in the water last year. So
No.
It's been the first time in 2 years that it's been put in the water.
Yeah.
And they were busy helping
What's out?
somebody with cancer battle, weren't they? Bless him. Sorry about that.
Ruined that summer. Ruined that year, really, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
But here we are.
Here we are. Excited or what?
Way too excited. Somebody's going to fall in soon.
Yeah.
That's why I'm holding this one. I don't trust her for a second.
No, at least that one's stable on his feet.
Yeah.
You, mate, I don't trust you for a second.
How many fucks does she give?
None given. Can you believe that this one yesterday, you had your 2.5-year checkup at the doctor's, and Mamma and Papa...
Where it's the språkutveckling går till that, language
check and stuff like that. And we were bigging her up, like, yeah, it's crazy, 2.5 years old, and, you know, she can talk
speaks 2 languages.
in full sentences in 2 languages. How many words did you say while we were there?
0.
Not a single
Not
word.
a single word.
We look like Muppets.
Yeah. She was like holding up like a dog. And she was like, what's this? And Bella went.
Literally.
But we were there for a full hour. Bella didn't say one single word.
No. So that nurse now thinks that you can't talk and that Mama and Papa are liars. When in actual fact, you never shut up.
Ja, men de ska lyfta masten nu.
Is the boat in the water?
Yeah, Mama, I do for ferry.
It's not a ferry, it's a sailboat, you muppet. You silly sausage. Bit of a midday break.
Yeah, the rain came.
Yeah, a little bit.
As always in this country.
Bloody Sweden.
Yeah, no, it's Dad is helping the other people to get their boats in.
Yeah.
And these are waiting to get to go on the boat where they're gonna keep it. So we're having a little break from the cold and the rain to just play some video games and have a cup of coffee, warm up a bit.
Yeah. Take it easy for an hour or so.
Yeah.
And then you guys are going to get to go on the boat later. Ooh, that's exciting, isn't it?
Bella, can you show what do you got next to you?
Oh, yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah, Visa, show us. It's Mama's new one, isn't it? Mama finished this off last night. Look how cute that one is. That's a good one, that is.
It needs some practice.
It's not quite on Baby Yoda level.
It's I need some practice on these ones, I think.
Well, I think it's super nice.
Yeah, I don't know. But I might start selling these if people actually would buy them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, leave us a comment if you would be interested in buying anything like this.
Little handmade, cuddly, crocheted toys.
With less wonky eyes.
Less wonky eyes. No, that one's not got wonky eyes. I think you're getting really good at it.
Yeah, need a little bit more practice before it's sellable, I think.
Yeah, so we're going to start putting them up on our website soon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
See if anybody wants to buy any.
Leave us a comment if you would. All right, here we are. Mission success for the day. Helped Molin's parents put the boat in. I don't know if we helped, but we were there at least. And now the boat is just over there in the harbour. So either way, mission success. And we're going to spend the night here. A nice little spot by the water. So it definitely feels a lot more like we live in a van now that we're back in Sweden. You know, before it felt like we were off away travelling and the van was just the sort of means to do that. And now it's like, well, it definitely feels like we're living in a van. But I think that'll probably change in the summer when the weather picks up. I think it's probably all to do with the weather, to be honest. But the subject of this video was meant to be, I've not talked about it at all, but was meant to be us talking a little bit about mental health. Because, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't know this, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And obviously, if you've watched our videos before, you know that we try to talk quite openly about mental health and stuff. I think given what we've been through in terms of a cancer battle and things, I at least feel like it's quite an important subject to sort of speak openly about. Because there's a lot of people that struggle, I think more than we know, and a lot of people that keep stuff in and bottled up, and we would like to play a part in normalising like the discussion around mental health. It's something that's really important to us. Obviously both Malin and my mental health has been affected massively by going through a cancer battle, and yeah, I think it's really important to speak up about it. And I've felt like that for a long time, but recently it's sort of come like a smack in the face, like, oh, this is something that needs to be normal. It needs to be normal to talk about mental health in the same way that it's normal to talk about physical health. You wouldn't be embarrassed about talking about a broken leg or a sprained wrist, depending on how you broke your leg or sprained your wrist, but the actual thing itself, the physical thing itself, is not embarrassing to talk about. But there is still a stigma around like talking about mental health, about talking about anxiety and depression and things like that. And the reason that it's come like a bit of a smack in the face to us, and me in particular, is a few weeks ago, you might remember me briefly mentioning it, but a few weeks ago when we were in Tenerife, a very close friend of mine in Sweden took his own life. And Nick was a very, very close friend who we visited just before we left to go on our travels last year. With the notion that we'll see you in the spring when we get back. And obviously now we've got back to Sweden and he's not here. It's hit me like an absolute smack in the face. And it's just sort of made me realise that there's so many people out there that are struggling. And I think it's really important to start speaking about it a bit more, to be honest. Nick, like a lot of people who fall victim to suicide, battled with mental health issues for most of his adult life, and did so quietly for the most part. Sometimes he wore his mental health issues on his sleeve and talked and joked about them rather than talked about them. But for the most part, he suffered in silence, and that's the bit that I think collectively we can change. And to be honest, I've not got any solutions. I've not got a big master plan or a solution to make it right. But I think just bringing the discussion into a public platform is an important thing. For me, actually, I feel like it's an important thing for us to talk about. If you've watched these videos for a little while, then you will have heard some of Nick's music. Nick was an insanely talented musician, singer, songwriter, who released a fantastic album a couple of years ago. Really, really impressively talented lad. And Nick was kind enough to send us some music for us to use in our videos, and we did so. All the way through the cancer battle, actually, we were using music from Nick.
And enjoy every moment you can in life, because you don't know when you get to do it again. So go out and live your dream and stop waiting for the right moment to come.
Waiting for you to come home. I've been so cold to being alone. Suddenly I woke up from dreaming. Today's the day. Come back to me.
So chances are you might have heard some of his music. I think the point of this whole thing is obviously to talk a little bit more openly about stuff, but to also appreciate life as much as we can. We're trying to, obviously in our situation, we've just come back from somewhere really nice and sunny and picturesque, and we're back in grey, rainy Sweden. And under certain circumstances, I feel like I would be a bit, not disappointed, but a bit like deflated, I guess. But you know what, at the moment I don't. I've just got an appreciation for the fact that we're here and we can do this, and we've got each other and we've got friends, and we're all healthy for the time being and for the most part. And there's a lot of things where we have to sort of just take a step back and appreciate what we've got, you know? And yeah, I think that's the message. Appreciate what you've got this week. Tell your family you love them. Go and have a nice weekend, and stop and smell the roses a little bit. Just stop and appreciate the little things in life. Because you don't know when some of them might not be there anymore, and that'll be a sad day. So make sure you really appreciate what you've got. One last little thing is Nick's memorial was a week and a half ago now, and there's been a page set up for him for a charity called Suicide Zero, who are, I believe, a Swedish charity doing really, really good things for mental health. And Nick's page is about 70-something% of the way towards its target. So if you're in a position where you want to give a little bit to a mental health charity, I will leave a link in the description for you to do that. It'd be lovely if we could get up to the target for Nick before the end of May, which is when the target deadline is, and also the end of, obviously, Mental Health Awareness Month. So I think it would be quite nice and fitting if we could do that. So if you feel like you want to, if you're in a position where you can give a little bit, then please go ahead, click the link in the description, and give a little bit to this incredible mental health charity as a little tribute to our good friend Nicholas Perry, who is missed every day around here, to be honest. But yeah, that's about it for this week. I hope I didn't bring the mood down too much there. If you've watched it to the end, massively appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye.